Okay, now from this chapter, electoral politics, the first thing what we will learn is about the meaning of election. Now, election is a process or a mechanism through which people elect their representatives or citizens elect their representatives and those representatives makes laws for the country. Now, how the citizens elect their representatives? That means by giving votes. That is elections. So again I am repeating, elections is a process or a mechanism through which citizens of a country elect their representatives by giving votes and those representatives make laws for the country. Now on the next slide we will learn about the advantage of electoral politics. Now for electoral politics we know that different political parties contest the elections and they try to win the elections. Now, for that, different political parties will try their level best to satisfy the needs of the public, and thus it fulfill the wish and the desire of the citizens of the country. So here lies the importance of advantage of election. Now, in this slide, we will learn about the demerits of electoral politics. We know that political parties tries their level best to win the elections so that they can make laws for the citizen, but to win the elections sometimes they adapt many uh, means wrong means to win the elections. Okay, for example booth capturing or use of money and muscle power. So these are the demerits of electoral politics. And another thing is that means for elections purpose sometimes we start judging people from their political background. Now this is also wrong, or we can say demerits of electoral politics. Now in this slide we will learn about the constituency. Constituency means an area from where the candidate contests and elections. Now in India we find two types of constituency. One is at the state level, what we called as Vidhan Sabha constituency, and other for the whole country or for the union government, which we called as Lok Sabha constituency. Now, student, just look what are the different stages in elections. First one is the electoral constituency. Next is the voter list. Third is the nominations of the candidate. Fourth is about the elections campaign. Fifth, about the polling and counting of votes. Now, these are the 5 stages of elections in India. Now, from different stages in elections, let me start with the first one, that is electoral constituency. Electoral constituency means an area from where the candidate contests an election. Now, already I had discussed. Now again I am repeating that in India we had two level of constituency. For state level we have Vidhan Sabha constituency, and for the whole country we have Lok Sabha constituency. Now in this slide we will learn about the voter list. Now in a democratic elections the list of those who are eligible. Now here eligible means those who attain the age of 18 years or above are eligible to give votes. Now the list of those candidates are prepared by the elections commissions, and that list or that roll we called as electoral roll, or we can also call it as voter list. Now the next topic is about the nominations of candidates. Now every person who wishes to contest the elections need to submit the nominations form to the elections commission's office within a particular date. Now in that nominations form, the details information should covered about the candidate who is willing to contest the election. Now the topic is election campaign. Now here the political leader tries to advertise for their political party. They tries to maintain direct contact with the voters, assured their needs to be fulfilled. Okay, and through different slogans or means other means to preach about their political ideologies. So that is election campaign. Now polling and counting of votes. Polling of vote means when the citizens give the votes to the candidates of their choice. So that is polling of vote, and when they give the votes or poll the votes, that day is called the elections day. Now the counting of votes after the elections is over or the polling is over. Now on a particular date, the EVM machines are taken to a secured place, and there the counting is done. Okay, so this is one of the important thing regarding uh, the election process in India. Okay, now the role of election commission. Generally, elections commission supervise and control the entire election process. Now for that they prepared the code of conduct. Now what is code of conduct? Code of conduct means the rules and the regulations given by the elections commission, which each candidate and political party should follow during the election process. Now if any candidate violates that law, then he can be punished by the election commission. So in one words we can say that election commission supervise the entire election process in India. Now the topic is challenges to electoral politics in India. Now in India, we often see the use of money and muscle power in politics or elections. Now, due to this, the candidates could be get feared, and means they may not give the vote to the candidate according to their wish. Next thing is that the dominations of some powerful family in politics. Suppose their family members or friends are getting tickets to contest the elections, and other party members are not getting. So another thing is that the challenge is that means we find very less difference among the political parties ideology, more or less similar. So these are the challenges related to the political parties that electoral politics is can be linked. Okay.